Jeremy Cook here, and after winning the Dirty Desk Award at work many years ago, I've made a moderate effort at keeping my desk clean. Here's my monitor on a custom stand that I made along with my actual notebook on a custom 2-layer stand on the left. The green 3D printed rods hold everything up and keep things at a nice height. And, it saves hundreds of dollars over a stand made out of books. And you can also store things in the middle, which neatens things up significantly. The interesting thing about this project is it actually started out as a custom HID or human interface device for it. It was going to be a couple of foot pedals linked together by a controller in the middle. Now what happened was this was actually a 10-inch board, which is normally 10 inches, it's actually like 9.5 inches. And since my shoes are size 12, this didn't fit my feet correctly. Nonetheless, the wood looked really nice after manufacturing it. Here you can see I was still assuming this would be a human interface device, so making it here. And yeah, sometimes accidents turn out to be really cool projects. And I will probably come back to that interface device eventually, but that'll be for another video. You see here the left pedal is supposed to fit in the left slot, the right in the right slot, and the controller in the middle. And then these holes in the middle, I was going to make these to grip the carpet so it wouldn't slide around too much. Made a really handy spot for the stands to go in, so it could lift it up to, well, put everything underneath it. Sanded everything down to make it nice and smooth. Looking good. Little cherry stain, a little urethane. Made it look even better. And if I hadn't done this, I probably would have just thrown it out. I designed these standoffs in Fusion 360, and then this one didn't print out too well. Had to adjust a few things, and then this one looks good. Looks nice and good. Popped in nicely. Four standoffs there, and books off. Stand on. All good. I wondered about what I would do with those cavities in the sides, but I'll explain a little bit later. Well, I'll explain it now. It's nice to store things in. To make the stand for the notebook, I cut out some more wood, drilled it with a .375 drill bit. That's 3/8 of an inch, or whatever that comes out to in metric. Just multiply by 25.4, or DuckDuckGo it. And I'm sure they'll have a good answer for you. Here's a stand to show that before. Little variety for your viewing pleasure. Urethane went on after this, obviously. And there's the bottom standoff for this new piece. These 3D printed crosses look beautiful, just going in and out like that. Images thanks to a Raspberry Pi high quality camera and the Octolapse plugin for Octoprint. This is its top standoff with some support materials and a bottom nub to plug into the bottom holder, bottom wooden piece. Broke that off with some pliers, and it really doesn't look that great under there, but that top looks good, and nobody will really see either edge. Plugging in nicely. After some adjustment, looking good. Top and bottom. Obviously my printer might have a hard time with the whole length of that, so it's good to have it separated, I think. Plus you don't want it to buckle. Looks really good. The green was just what it was in my printer, but turned out pretty good. And there's a couple hundred other dollars of books. Other dollars worth of books on the left. Gotta replace that. Machine design, dynamics or something, and heat transfer. Now I feel guilty about those being on my shelf, me not knowing what to do with them. Shout out to Clemson, where I bought those books and got a degree. And look at that. Looks so good for storing stuff like little SD cards and the top of a pen, top of a pencil actually, mechanical pencil. So that's just how I roll. The wiring, even though it was under the shelf like this, it still looked a little bit messy. So I decided to tape the USB hubs to the top using Velcro adhesives. This turned out to be a pretty good pretty good solution, and the USB-C, since I could flip it around, that works out pretty well too. Really easy to attach and detach. Oh, and on the subject of 3D printed stuff, I really like this hook that I made for my headphones. Use that every day. Also this volume adjustment knob. I use that too. I just love it. I'll put a link to that in the upper right hand corner. And over here, finally, got my lamp stand. This is great for when I'm doing like a podcast. I'll put that a link to that too. It's the Creativity Podcast. You can see that on YouTube, and you can see me interviewing all kinds of crazy guests. So definitely check that out. Also, that hole in the middle, you could put the wires down it, so hides that a little bit better. So thanks so much for watching. Hope it gives you some inspiration, some ideas, and maybe a good way not to win the Dirty Desk Award. Thanks so much for watching. This is Jeremy S. Cook, signing off.